Crazy Will here today. Today we're going to be talking about the SimCam. That's right, another security camera, but this one is a little different. It's got artificial intelligence. Stay tuned, I'm going to show you all about it. Hey, Crazy Will from Crazy Will's Tech Show. Today, we're going to be talking about the SimCam S1 to be exact. AI home security. Artificial intelligence home security system with facial recognition, 360-degree turning radius, an Intel processor with 1080p, has night vision, two-way talk, and works with Amazon Alexa and Google Home. So I get a lot of emails asking me to review items and a lot of cameras. I don't know why, a lot of security cameras, because I guess I did some security camera videos in the past. They've done really well. A lot of these security camera companies want me to review their cameras, and I get a lot of them and I turn a lot of them down, and every so often I'll see one that interests me. This one, the SimCam, interests me because of the fact that it had artificial intelligence, supposedly, we'll see, and the fact that it was a winner of the CES award of 2019 for innovation. That's right, they won an award at CES. So needless to say, this little camera caught my attention. So far, the price of this camera is $129.99. Let's take a quick look at it. Real easy, this is the base. It actually spins around. There's a power connector right in the back here with a spot for a mount so you can mount it up on the wall, and that comes with the kit. Now I will show you a picture of that right here. You have the night vision in the front, and you have the microphone in the front here as well, and an indication light, lens obviously, and then in the back you actually have the speaker, so you could do the two-way voice. And then also in the back here you can open this up right here, and I just took off this little plate. It is a little bit of a pain in the butt to get this plate off. There's a screw in the back that you have to undo, and then you have to pull this out. It's easier just to get a screwdriver right underneath this lip here and pop it out. In the back here you have a micro SD card right here, and you just push in on it. Micro SD card, 16 gigabytes right here, guys. It can be upgraded to 128, so you can have 128 gigs of storage, and that's where everything is stored. There's no cloud service to be bothered with a monthly fee. It all gets stored right on the SD card, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. There's also a reset button back here that you may need to use from time to time. You would set this manually where you want it to point, and then you can actually spin it in the phone app, so remotely. It's just, you can't go up and down with it in the phone app. I don't know why they didn't try to put that in there, but they didn't. So I mentioned that this has an Intel processor. It's the Movidius, I think I'm saying that correctly, processor, which makes it 10 times faster for video capture and streaming. This has artificial intelligence, AI, which includes person detection, facial recognition, which is really cool and it works really well. It has smart home integration. I did not touch base on this. Apparently it works with If This Then That, the website. You can make it recognize your face and then turn on lights, and I didn't get into that part of it. I would like it more integrated into the app instead of me playing through that website, because it's not always reliable. It has pet detection. It also has vehicle detection as well. It has automatic tracking, which is really cool. I set this up in my living room, and when I would walk in, it would automatically start moving and tracking me and detecting where I was going, or if there was two of us in there, it would go to one person and then notice that there was movement over here and then shoot back over. It was pretty cool how it tracked you pretty fast. Now they're claiming no false alerts. I've been messing with this for about 3 weeks. It still gets false alerts, it just doesn't get as many false alerts. I feel like they're still working the bugs out in that aspect. I'm gonna plug it in right now. As you can see, it's panning the whole room. It is a little noisy, not gonna lie, but I'm gonna set it up over here next to my computer and my camera so we can take a look at the video. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna switch over to the camera view because I know you guys are dying to see the video quality of this camera, so we're gonna switch it right now. So this is the actual camera. You're going to actually hear my voice from the camera. I switched the audio over so you guys can get a feel for it. And if you notice, there was a box around me. That is the artificial intelligence, the AI, seeing that I am a person. And you'll see a box around my face as well. It recognizes who I am. It blew like that. It knows that I am William. And it is actually sending a message to my phone as we speak saying that there is a person detected and it's William. So it actually sees and has the facial recognition. And now this is 1080p at 30 frames per second. So that's what you're looking at right now compared to the DSLR. So let's switch back right now. So that's a look at what the video quality looks like. Let's take a look at what the actual night vision looks like. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to... Unfortunately, this is not a great representation of the night vision because it has not activated, but it is a good representation of what it looks like in low light situations. What we're going to do right now is we're going to switch over to another video of night vision, of actual true night vision from this camera right now. And that's what it looks like in my living room with night vision, so you can get an idea of what it looks like at night. Sorry, in my mind, that worked out a lot better. Another feature that this does have, it has data encryption, so that way the bad guys can't view your camera, and it's using the Intel chip, and I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name again. But another great feature is that this actually works with both Wi-Fi types. It works with the 2.4 gigahertz, and it works with the 5 gigahertz. That's great that it's dual band. It's able to switch back and forth to what is gonna work better for it. So this is a really great feature and a win on their part. It also works with your smart home devices, such as your Echo devices, your Google Home. Those two smart devices it works with pretty good, not great, pretty good. The Alexa, you cannot turn it on and off, but if you put it in a routine, you'll be able to turn it on and off, which was a little confusing, and you can't view it on the Fire TV, so if you get Fire Stick, you can't view it. I was told by the company that it is available on the Echo Shows and the Google Homes. And another thing that I had a problem with, I could not get it connected to my Google Home. I don't know if it's an error I'm making or if it's something with the camera. Needless to say, they say it works. And like I said, it's a new camera, so they're probably working out the bugs a little bit. So let's go over and take a look at the app, shall we? So here we are on my iPhone. Let's take a look at the app. It's SimCam app, and we'll refresh it, and that's the last known pose. Right now it's in private mode, so let's unlock that. We'll confirm, and you can hear the camera in the background talking, which is setting success. Alright, so real quick, that was the lock button. We got the motion detection. We can turn that on or off. If you click on that, we're gonna hit cancel. You got wireless LAN mode. I believe that is more for setting up the NAS part of this. I tried doing that. I didn't have any luck with it. I don't know if it's the settings I'm doing wrong or something. Then you have the settings tab, which we can take a quick look at the settings tab. You have the device name you can change, device settings. In here, this is one of the ones you want to kind of keep track of. This is really cool. Person tracking. That'll actually move the rotation around, which is really cool. I put that on, and then all these other settings you have here, you can mute it, you can flip it horizontal, you could disable the night vision, you can do the saturation, contrast, luminous, and so forth and so on. You got an encoder format. I just leave it to what they say to do it. You know, I would do the H.265 clear. You got the camera schedule. It's a schedule. You could do it 24 hours, or you could do it, you know, a custom work day, so it'll turn on and off at a certain time. You have camera information, which I'm not going to show you. That's where you update the firmware, but it gives you all the information of the camera. The alerts, you can make, I put them at 30 seconds. You can make them anywhere from 15 to 30 to 60 seconds. I did it 30 seconds. AI detection. This is where it's interesting. You could do a lot of different things. A lot of the stuff is self-explanatory. We have person detection, pet detection, vehicle detection, show detection area, zones. A lot of the stuff you would have to play with it, and I'm going to show you in other areas. You just have to enable it to make it work. Face detection. I actually uploaded my face and my wife's face, and we'll click on my face, but that's how you do it. You actually use your smartphone and take pictures of your face, and that's how it stores it for facial detection, which is really cool. So that's how you add faces. I add me and my wife's. The LED can turn it on or off. Time zone. So you got the time zone here, New York, US. There we go. Firmware update, that's another place you can update it. The NAS, you can go in here and you can actually configure it and actually put your NAS in there. I tried it, didn't have any luck. It's probably me. SD card format, you could do that, and then reset Wi-Fi. So those are all the basic settings. Then you have alerts, and you can actually look at alerts, and it loads, and you can see the facial recognition right here. It recognized it was me when I was talking for this video, and you can see that it picks up my face right away. You'll see in a second. There it goes. And it also picks up person, and you get the idea. Even with my sunglasses on, it still detects me. So there's your alerts. Now we'll go to the library. This is where if you take a picture with the camera, and I'll show you that in a second, you'll have the pictures here, the video, and that's how I'm going to upload the video and show you guys how it works. And then you got, I'm not going to click on the settings because it's all basic stuff and it shows information, and I'm trying to make this video quick. If we hit the play button right in the middle here, we can actually see the vision of what the camera is looking at.
Alright, so this is what it looks like on its side, the actual phone. We have an alarm over in the right hand corner here, and we're going to confirm. So it actually makes an alarm sound. We'll stop that, that's annoying. Obviously you can turn on the audio, turn it off. I'm here because it's right next to it. We can take a snapshot. We can start recording, so we could actually record something if we wanted to see something, and we could stop it and that'll save. We got the forced object motion detection, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit OK and put it around that Batmobile, and I have it actually track that Batmobile, and then we'll hit that and you can hear it setting success. So if I get up right now, detect me first, and then it's going to detect, because it follows me, that it's missing. Oh, and you can control it by just tapping on the screen, and you can bring it back. Let's get it back to where I want it to go. I'm just tapping away at the screen here. It should have gave me an alert that it's missing. See, it detects certain things, like Batman, it detects as a person. It shouldn't be detecting him as a person, but it does. Like I said, it's going to get better. And then we have focus area, if you want to make like a doorway or something, a focus area, which I'm not going to do that one. Alright, so now we're out of that view. We can go back to alerts, and if we load the alerts, you could see where the object monitoring came up. So it actually will show you that someone took the object. See, there I am taking it. So it knows it, and then it followed me. So it's really cool in that aspect. And if you noticed right down here, you can set up an SOS kind of call. So I could call someone. I don't think it's set up. No, call 911. No, we don't want to do that. That's what it'll do in that aspect. So that's basically the app. Really intuitive, really easy to use.
So that was the app, guys. Now it's time for my favorite part, the pros and cons time. Pros! Facial recognition is awesome. I am really impressed that it's able to pick up my face and know who I am. It follows you. I really like that feature. I like the fact that it not only person detects it, but it also follows the person around. I thought it was really a neat feature. No crazy alerts. It doesn't alert you non-stop. It only alerts you when it actually detects something, a person or something in that nature, which if you're familiar with security cameras, it can be very frustrating to constantly get notifications. This narrows it down quite a bit. The object detection was a great feature for me. I like that. If there's something that you want to track, this may be great for a store. You want to put a high valued item out and you want to know when it's going to be touched or who took it or what's going on with it. It's really cool that you can just outline it, and if something happens, you'll get a notification and it'll start recording. This does turn on and off with Alexa, which I am so happy that a company is paying attention to that. Even though you have to do this through the routines, and if camera companies are listening out there, we want cameras that will work with our smart devices so we could tell them to turn them on or turn them off. Please, make those. Easy to set up. This was super easy to set up. It walks you through the whole thing. The best thing about this is no cloud storage, no subscription fee. Really great that they don't have that garbage going on, because that can get very frustrating. You can control the rotation 360 degrees around. I think that's really cool. You just swipe it on the phone as I showed you in the app. Love that feature. I like the fact that they're advertising protection for your video, because a lot of these low budget cameras don't have anything they talk about encryption or protection for your video cameras. And you know, me personally, I have a lot of different types of cameras and I do wonder about them from time to time, and the fact that they're advertising this and claiming that they have protection really eases me a little bit. So the video quality I thought was really, really good. I liked the way it looked and the clarity of it. I thought it was really good. Even the night vision I was really impressed with. So video quality, A+. Now another thing that they have is a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you do buy this and it's not what you thought it would be, you have 30 days to try it out and return it if you don't like it. So I give them credit for that. They're pretty confident in their product if they're doing that. Cons. The biggest con for me was the motion detection's a little slow. My dog knocked over the gate and it never got him knocking over the gate. Although it did alert me and did tell me that there was movement, it never showed her actually knocking over the gate. So that does make me a little weary that it won't pick up something like someone breaking a window and running away, that you'd miss that action. You can't move it up or down in the app. I just thought it was weird that you have the ability to spin 360 degrees, but they left out the fact that you could go up or down. You can't view it on the Fire Stick. I was really frustrated about this because I have a lot of different cameras and you can view them on the Fire Stick, and you can't view this camera on the Fire Stick, but apparently you can view it on the show. Camera movement was very loud. I mean, you can even hear it when you're actually using the camera. You can hear the motors moving back and forth, and I'm shocked, as a nice camera as it is, that it didn't have something to damper that sound so you could hear what's going on. I can't tell my Echo device to turn it off, which was really frustrating for me. It's a simple function. I don't know why more of these companies don't have that functionality. You will still get false alerts. This is where I got a little frustrated with the unit, and it did get better with the updates, and I believe it's going to get better with the updates. But simple things like the knickknacks that I have on my shelf kept setting off the person alert. If it spun around, because it has 360 degrees to go around, it would spin around and it would have a little martial arts ornament, and it constantly puts a box around him and says person detected. So it can't really tell a statue from a person. And so my overall thoughts, guys, it's not a bad camera. The AI is really ahead of its time in a lot of aspects and still needs a lot of work in a lot of aspects. I give it a 3 out of 5, guys. I think it's gonna get better. I'm hoping it gets better. It has a lot of great technology into it. I think they just gotta fine tune it, and it could definitely be a 4, 2 out of 5 if they get everything in order. That's it for me, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if this helped you in any way. And remember, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. Later, guys. I know what you're thinking. Crazy Will's Tech Show's over. What do I do now? Real simple, guys. You hit that like button and you hit that subscribe button, and then you check out my other videos. It's not over. I made a lot. It's been a good year.